Now coming to the second part, which is an environment setup. Okay, environment is nothing but you are telling the Anaconda uh, Navigator to what libraries it needs to be loading when you are first time running the any code or your Jupyter notebook is getting created. And you will see that I'll show you that portion also when you run it. What libraries needs to be loaded? That's what you are telling in the environment setup. And here, this is how you can create the environment also. So let's see a test environment. I'm not going to create an environment here. Test environment. I think it doesn't. Yeah, you can specify what version of Python you need it, and if you need a runtime R kind of libraries, you can specify that also, and it will load the basic libraries for you. My location is D drive, and that's where my most of the environments are there. So you can also, I mean, create an environment, something like this, which you wanted to use it in future. Okay, you can clone it, you can backup, you can import someone else's environment also, and again, you can delete it also. Clone in the sense you can copy the environment. Okay, and now we have even like yeah, deep learning is something I have created. The name I gave, you'll see that these are the packages it has, which I regularly use it. Some of them I have installed it through program. Okay, when I install it through the pip install, all these libraries comes and sits here. Okay, you can see if you wanted to see what libraries are installed, you can see from here also. Now let's go back to the Jupyter notebook. Okay, let's launch it, and we are telling that all applications on this environment. Okay, which is the environment which we just now sometime back configured. Now it is loading a tree which is already there. Okay, and this one something which I was earlier referring in the earlier video. Okay, it started on 8890. Okay, while the earlier one was 8888. So you can see that whatever is actually the environment is configured, that's the environment it is getting shown. And those are the libraries are available for you during your runtime, and you can freely refer to it during your code writing. So what we have learned so far is installation of the Anaconda and setting up the environment of a Jupyter. The previous chapter we have seen that what is the Jupyter notebook or a AI notebook. Here we will see how to use the Jupyter notebook. I have a locally running notebook with a with a with a loaded file into it in a new notebook, and it consists this entire notebook we are going to discuss in detail. But for now, just see with what kind of features a typical Jupyter notebook offers. The first one is about a documentation. As you can see that it is a well formatted a documentation, which also includes the multimedia support, which I was mentioning. I have pasted the screenshot for the understanding purpose. In the same cell, I have a code also, which is which is a runnable part. It can, after running, it can print the what was the output. I know we didn't run it, but what happened in the previous run? Yeah, this is what it is showing. It stores that output also till we refresh and clean up. It also prints graphs, okay, as well as runtime progress. Also, it keeps on printing, and we'll see it in the future chapters. Everything is represented as a cell. A cell, each cell you can mention it as a code or markdown or raw NB convert or heading. It also offers, let's create a new kind of Python kernel notebook. Here by default, it created a cell and it is thinking that it is a type of code we will be writing. But if you wanted to change it to a markdown, you can change it. And let's see, we'll mention that this is a heading. This is not heading. We save it, okay. We can rename it to whatever we wanted. A test notebook for demo. Rename it. We will add another cell right below, but we will mention it as a code. We will write a simple code where we will be printing about this is a sample code. If we wanted to run individual cell, we can do that also. Okay. It is saying that there is an error. So print is P is capital. We need to have a smaller. And this is the output. Okay, output definitely you can edit it. You can't edit it. But again, this is something, as you can see, that it offers the heading in the similar way, a rich kind of text. You can add it. You can cut the content, paste anywhere. Okay, or if you wanted to move the cells, you can do that also. If you felt that okay, this heading is not for this piece of code, you can do it. Then, as I was showing that you can run the cell, then you can stop, interrupt the kernel, you can refresh, restart, and you can clean up all the outputs also. Okay, you can let's stop it. This is basically interrupting the kernel. Then you can refresh, restart the kernel with dialog. You can ask the this entire notebook, you can run it in a one shot also. Again, all these features are there, which are self-explanatory, not that much difficult to understand, but all I wanted to show is that it offers all those things in a Jupyter notebook. So we'll meet in the next chapter where we will see how to set up the local host or this Jupyter notebook, what are the behind the scene processes are there to make sure that a typical Jupyter notebook you can run it. And I'm using Anaconda, and the same thing we will learn in the next chapter. Thank you.